Welcome to Borrowing Time. Okay, today we have two topics actually. One is the controlling and supporting sequences of the five elements. The other one is six energy.
Yes.
So let's first watch the video.
The five elements supporting and controlling sequences. What is the supporting sequence of the five elements? The five elements of tree, fire, earth, metal, and water is a cycle in which the supporting relationship of the five elements is like mother and child. Water supports tree supports fire supports earth supports metal, and metal supports water. To be specific, water can support the growth of tree can sustain the burning of the fire. The remaining ash from the burning fire becomes earth goes tight and forms metal, and metal under high intensity extrusion can melt into water. What is the controlling sequence of the five elements? The five elements control each other. Tree controls earth, fire controls metal, earth controls water, metal controls tree, and water controls fire. How to understand this? Tree can soften earth that solidly sticks together. Fire can melt metal, which is to say that the divergent fire can make the metal no longer tight. Solid earth can block water and prohibit the water from flowing smoothly at will. Tools made of tight metal can cut tree. Water can extinguish fire and stop the fire from being divergent. The controlling sequence is directional, and two elements in the controlling pair can reduce each other. The starting point of each arrow on the figure represents the advantageous side, while the ending point of each arrow represents the disadvantageous side. More specifically, enough tree can soften earth, enough fire can melt metal, enough earth can control water, enough metal can cut tree, and enough water can extinguish fire. The supporting and controlling sequences determine that one object, such as plants, animals, stones, etc., can only have two of the five elements that are relatively strong, while the other three elements have to be relatively weak. Let's take the tree element as an example to analyze. From the supporting sequence, water supports tree and tree supports fire. If the tree element is strong, it is either the water element is strong or the fire element is strong. From the point of view of the controlling sequence, metal controls tree, so the strong tree element means that the metal element is weak, because there is not enough metal to control tree. Tree controls earth. The strong tree element means that the earth element is weak, because there is lots of trees to control earth. Due to the control relationship between water and fire, it is impossible for the three elements of water, tree, and fire to be all strong. If water and tree are strong, fire must be weak. If tree and fire are strong, water must be weak. So only two adjacent elements may be strong in one object. If two adjacent elements are strong, the other three elements have to be relatively weak. Using the similar approach, you can deduce the cases for relatively strong fire, earth, metal, and water elements. The human body has all the five elements. Due to the controlling and supporting sequences of the five elements, it is determined that only two elements of a person may be relatively strong, and the other three elements have to be relatively weak. We mentioned earlier that the five elements correspond to the five virtues. People can have all the five virtues. However, due to controlling and supporting sequences, it is very difficult for people to achieve the perfection of all five virtues. So going through cultivation is a must. A person can only have possibly two strong elements by birth. No matter which two elements you are strong in, you should not be too proud, because you still have three weak elements. All of the five elements are needed, and getting together with others can supplement our own lack of elements. So we should learn to get along with others and cooperate with others. The sixth energy. The structure of matters in the three realms cannot be fully explained by only the supporting and controlling sequences. Many times we find that two controlling elements can coexist peacefully and harmoniously, such as earth and water. Earth controls water, however earth fields can be used to store water to grow rice. Another example is metal and fire. Fire controls metal, however metal kitchenware can be placed on a fire to heat up and cook food. So what makes earth and water, metal and fire coexist in harmony? This is the work of the sixth energy. The sixth energy is from a more microcosmic source than the five elements and plays a role in reconciling the five elements. The sixth energy can integrate the five elements that support and control each other. With the sixth energy from the more microcosmic source, our world becomes a unity. Similar to the five elements, the sixth energy also has its yin-yang zong manifestations. The material manifestations of the sixth energy is yin, and the spiritual and moral manifestation is yang, and the energy manifestation is zong. The material manifestations of the sixth energy is harmony of elements. That is, all of the five elements can coexist peacefully. The energy manifestations of the sixth energy is moderation, not extreme. The spiritual and moral manifestations of the sixth energy is divine, that is close to the energy of God. To give an example, the Chinese nation was known since ancient times as clothes and hats upper country, a kingdom of propriety and righteousness. We mentioned earlier that in propriety and righteousness, propriety is the spiritual and moral manifestations of fire, and righteousness is the spiritual and moral manifestations of metal. Fire and metal, one is divergent and the other is tight. They are mutually restraining. So why can propriety and righteousness, that is, fire and metal, be harmoniously reflected in a person's words and deeds? This is the role of the sixth energy. So the sixth energy is a harmonious, moderate, and divine energy. As a country of propriety and righteousness, the Chinese nation has strong sixth energy, which is also related to China being called divine land. God has endowed this land with powerful, sacred energy. The colors for the sixth energy are gold and purple. Ancient Chinese science is a science that combines theory with practice, and its applicability is very strong. We mentioned earlier that a lack of tree energy can make people tight. Tree supports fire. If there is a lack of tree energy, there will not be enough fire energy. Therefore, the lack of tree energy can also lead to the lack of fire energy. And fire is related to propriety. A tight and tense person is likely to do things that are not in line with propriety, such as getting angry, beating others, swearing, or mutilating themselves. So when someone feels tight and tense, supplementing tree and fire energies is needed. Supplementing tree energy is easy to understand, but by supplementing fire energy is also needed. From the controlling sequence, a person's lack of tree energy corresponds to too much metal energy, for tree energy makes people soft and metal energy makes people tight. Fire controls metal, so supplementing fire energy can reduce metal energy, thus helping to solve the problem of the person being too tight and tense. So when someone feels very tight and tense, they can go for a walk in the woods to replenish the tree energy, or to attend courteous ceremonies like tea ceremonies and traditional arts performances, or listen to joyful and heartfelt stories, thus using the fire energy to eliminate the excessive metal energy. In addition to using the supporting and controlling sequences to adjust and balance the five elements, we can also make full use of the sixth energy. The sixth energy is a harmonious, moderate, and divine energy which can replenish through cultivation practices. When someone feels very tight and tense, in addition to the aforementioned methods of going for a walk in the woods or attending courteous ceremonies, this person can also adjust through meditation. Because the sixth energy can balance all of the five elements, using the sixth energy to regulate and adjust the five elements is a higher level method than using the supporting and controlling sequence.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the video.
Yeah, I think through the video I saw you study a lot.
Yeah, but I still have questions.
Oh,
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So in the video, it was discussed that meditation is a very good way to replenish the sixth energy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. As your video we saw, it's a sixth energy is beyond other elements. So called sacred energy. And then so meditation is between creator and human meditate. So we try to understand creator's thought. So in this dimension, what's going on? What creator really need from us? and then that thing we apply, we got some sense, and then we apply in our daily life. So why long time ago in human history, an endless meditation story occur, especially from really respectable people, and then whenever they have to do some big judgment, they do meditate, and then they got the clue from God, and then they apply in the human society.
So meditation is really important. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Replenish the sixth energy and help you balancing the all five elements.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Another question I have is about human body. So I know that we have a human body for a reason. It's not only for enjoying, or it's more maybe for a higher purpose of learning, right? So we have all five elements. We can use our body as a tool to learn.
Right.
So what has been your experience?
Yeah. Today we have some sacred atmosphere. Actually, in the Bible said, our human body is made from God, and then God really resemble God's body. A human body resembles God's body. That's a creator's thought. So this is present for us. We have to use this body as a thoughtful way. So we did apply Yin Five Element to our human body, and then we can observe the whole thing, what kind of going on, and that's evidence occur. Very truthful, because our body's reaction we can see and observe and record, and also discussion, and then we found out the creator's arrangement and principle. So a human body is a very important apparatus.
Yeah, so we need to treasure our body.
Sure, we need to treasure our body, right?
Yeah, and then I look at your clothes. Wow, we're wearing purple today.
You feel some different?
Yeah, it feels. I feel tranquil when I wear this, and then it's funny because I went to teach today. My student told me, "Oh, I like the color of your sweater." I'm like, "Wow, good. You like purple? It's good. It's good. It has good energy."
Yeah. Sure. We learned the controlling sequence and then also supporting sequence. And very important is the golden light. How much you control, how much you support. If too much, and then maybe disaster occur in a natural way. So it's the closest sacred color, golden light. Buddha sculpture also golden color, and then many religious ceremony they wear more like spiritual color. They call like blue color, and we call royal blue. Why call royal blue? So this lavender color, and then this is also all purple color, make ourselves more solemn and sacred. Yeah. So it will help. We apply today.
Yeah. So I think application in our daily life.
Sure. And then we feel something different.
Right.
So our audience, I really ask you apply this is a work or not, and then you can get answer. We don't need to emphasize, and we don't need to change yourself. And then but you can just try. It's a good experiment.
Yeah. So let's keep on applying Yin Five Element in our daily life. See you next time.
See you next time.